YouTube? I'm Jose Miranda, aka The Nerdy Gainer, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe. This is gonna be an anime starter pack list. For the people that don't know much about anime or don't know anything about anime at all, they can come to me, recommend them to me, and tell me what y'all think. But before we actually get on to this video, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna put any long-running anime on there, because I wouldn't feel right giving my opinion to somebody new, 100 plus episodes, the 900 episodes. That might just scare somebody off and not even make them want to watch anime at all. Also, all these animes currently have an English dub. So if you want to read the subtitles, watch in Japanese, or you could just look at it in English, whatever you like, to his their own. So now that we got the way, let's get it started. So the first one is going to be shonen anime, and I know there's a shitload of shonen, a lot of people watch it, and there's a lot of shows to actually watch. But in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion as well, I'm going to have to give it to the one that I think really does deserve the first watch, and that's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Brothers Edward and Alphonse Elric, two prodigies in a science called alchemy, where a person can break down any material and reconstruct it into something with equal mass. But there's one taboo: bringing back the dead, and both of our beloved characters find out the hard way. Edward losing his arm and leg, and Alphonse's entire body now having to live as a soul in a suit of armor as a consequence for trying to bring back their mother. Now they are on a journey to get back what was once taken from them. This anime is amazing, not being afraid to ask questions and raise suspicion, showing you that even a trusted government has corruption, and what happens when people are shown the truth to their religion. Brotherhood is filled with plenty of great, well-choreographed fights that aren't just settled in brute force, but because the way alchemy is set requires lots of strategy and thinking. And because of this, never making any battle one-sided, always leaving a chance to turn the tide, making any conflict unpredictable. Other than the fights, they have plenty of light-hearted moments with every character, but when all is said and done, throws you into a darkness that it descends to, not afraid to kill off important characters and even massacring an entire nation, all in the name of greed. This is a must-watch on any anime fan's list if you're looking for a good shonen with a great plot and amazing character development, and you will not be disappointed in the outcome.
Current or new anime. Now, I know a whole bunch just came out, from season 4 of Boku no Hero Academia to season 2 of Mob Psycho 100, but I think the one that really took 2019 by storm has to be Demon Slayer.
In Japan, set in the Taisho period, lived our main character Tanjiro. After not coming home for the night, he comes back to find his entire family killed by monsters of the dark called demons. But one lives, his little sister Nezuko. Except she really isn't alive. She's transformed into a demon. Now he strives to turn his little sister back. As Tanjiro and Nezuko train their bodies and souls to the brink of death, swearing vengeance on the demon who took what was most precious to them, they set off in this new journey, making new friends and rivals along the way. Now, this being the newest anime on the list, it's a given that animation is on a whole new level, showing off the visual representation of the elements, seeing how the water flows majestically with the vibrant colors, or the speed of lightning zipping through, cutting everything in its path. The characters are another big focal point, never having the exact same character trait. For example, the main protagonist Tanjiro, a brilliant tactician, analyzing every opponent, and even at the end with his just way of thinking, never letting any soul get befouled, human or demon. On the other hand, you have Inosuke, a beast that heads straight into battle, using brute force to solve his fights, then using their bodies as springs for enjoyment. This has been the newest one I've ever seen, also the best looking, and plenty of people are calling it the best anime of 2019, which makes it a good time to hop on the fandom and talk about it with everybody else.
Going on to thriller anime. Now, this is probably a no-brainer to a lot of people, considering how popular it actually is, but I'm going to give it to, my boy Light and my boy L with Death Note.
A world similar to our own, there was a Shinigami, or Grim Reaper, by the name of Ryuk, who had a book called the Death Note. But this wasn't an ordinary book, because when a person's name is written, and a vivid description of the person is in the writer's mind, that being automatically dies. Now this Shinigami had the perfect idea: drop it in the human world. In Japan, this is where our main protagonist, Light Yagami, picks it up, and with his extravagant intellect, Ryuk and his god complex shape the world in his image under the name of Kira. So this anime has very little fights, but makes up for it in sheer brilliance, having Light swindle the world's police, using every ally he has, whether it's family or someone who truly loves him, putting them in the front line of death as he partakes in the victories, while also having some of the best mind battles in all of anime history, with his rival L using every trick up their sleeve and pushing their minds to the uppermost limits. This anime even making you question if Light's murders are really better for the world and if these deaths are a small price to pay for a false sense of peace in the world. But other than the intellect, the way characters die making it seem as if there really was a Reaper controlling our every outcome. If you're looking for a thriller anime that mainly uses strategy and intellect, then Death Note has to be the one you watch. With a wide range of viewers and being one of the most sold mangas, you're always going to have somebody to talk about it with, making it a good first anime to watch.
Going on to the love anime, the cry your eyes out anime, the damn that looks beautiful anime. I'm gonna give it, this is my opinion, it's actually kind of popular, Your Lie in April.
In Tokyo, there is a piano prodigy by the name of Kosei Arima, taught by a sickly, abusive mother until her untimely death. Now struck with sorrow, our protagonist quits the piano, unable to play until years later, stumbling across the beautiful and musically talented Kaori, who helps him regain his talents, and together, Kosei on the piano and Kaori on the violin compete, showing off their amazing talents together. Now this anime has gorgeous colors, showing off the lighthearted scenes with beautiful popping hues and the drearier scenes using dark blues and grays to capture the dire moments at hand. The character interactions are well written, showing Kosei's affections for Kaori, making even the viewers that are as cold as ice shed tears for the romance, and his trust in his two best friends, Tsubaki and Watari, showing how far they will go for each other and what a friend really means. But this anime's best selling points is the music. If the romance didn't bring you in, the music will. Just seeing the cast play will send shivers down your spine as they let their emotions play for them, giving one hell of a performance, as well as having side characters comment to show the audience when a key is played wrong or absolutely nailed. So if you're looking for a great romance with equally great animation, this is a must-watch in your list.
The final ones, if you don't like blood, guts, gore, corpses, I would just get out, just skip this one, skip to the end. Because the best horror anime that you could watch for the first time has to be Higurashi no Nakakoroni, or When They Cry.
In the 1980s, in a small town of Hinamizawa, there have been deaths happening for every year, for 4 years, on the day of the Cotton Drifting Festival, by a curse called the Oyashiro-sama's curse. But on the 5th year, a new guy by the name of Kiichi comes into town, making a new set of friends, and at this point everything is happy and fun until the day of the Cotton Drifting Festival. On that same faithful day, one member of the group kills our beloved characters, but instead of them staying dead, time is reset before the festival. And in this new timeline formed, now there's a new killer in the group and a new death. Each one of these timelines reveals bits of the truth of Oyashiro-sama's curse. What I love about this anime is that each episode leaves a new mystery while solving an old one, making sure you're always keeping the last timeline in the back of your mind. It also makes you fall for these characters, then plays a game of who is gonna die, breaking your heart every time, and since you see how they die, it gives you some sort of realism that more fictional horror anime can't produce. Higurashi can go from sweet, loving, and funny, then crazy and bloody in a single second as you watch the perspective of the killers and how they break down mentally, never knowing what's real and what's fake. If you're into horror, this is a good first watch, not just relying on the gore and blood, but mainly on the mystery and plot. It also has good character development that you won't see in a lot of horror animes.
Thank y'all for watching to the end. Leave down in the comments your opinion and what animes y'all actually started with. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe, ring the bell to get notified. And if you really liked it, you can just leave a like. But see y'all next time. I'll be dropping more videos soon. Shazam.